track four for you now, and it's Matt Bianco. Get out of your lazy bed. What do you know about Matt Bianco?
Not a great deal, it's fair to say. All I managed to find out about Matt Bianco was that I was sort of looking at the genres of music that Matt Bianco came into. So, as we know, there's many different genres of music, that a lot of which has lasted the test of time. So, pop, rock, soul. There's others that are short-lived. So, back in the early 80s, we had New Wave.
Yeah.
Matt Bianco apparently came into a genre of pop called sophistipop.
Sophistipop. Well, the first mistake I didn't know is that I thought Matt Bianco was a solo artist, and it's a band. Wow. I didn't even know that.
How many of them were there?
That I'm not sure,
okay.
But it's a band. But apparently, Matt Bianco, the group say, is a made-up spy, a secret agent, because we love spy TV themes and film scores. That's where their name came from. So the song reached number 15 in the charts, released in 1984. They had a bit of a bad experience on Saturday Superstore, where somebody called them a bit of an expletive on air, live on Saturday morning television. But everyone seems to be one of the things that they've remained popular for. And it's on compilations since, like When Things Go Wrong on live TV. And one of the executives, apparently, in a BBC article from 2017, said it's the only reason we're still talking about Matt Bianco in 2017. I like the song. I do like the song. It's. I'm not sure how it fits in. Obviously, I do like the song. What do you think?
I'm not sure how well it's aged. When I looked at the LP first, before I started to listen to it again, I couldn't recall the track, and then I listened, and it's like there's a mixture of a lot of styles, as I sort of said a minute ago. It sort of came into a genre of its own, which was sort of a mix of keyboard, synths, and horn, which was short-lived.
There's a lot going on in that. Yeah, there's a lot going on.
It's not the worst track for me.
Yeah.
On this side, but it's not the best track. Would you care to guess as to any of the sophistipop artists that there were?
Was Ryan Paris one? No, Dolce Vita. No, probably not. I mean, that sounds like a bit like
popular. Massive artists in the 80s.
Go on,
Keyboard synthesizers, horn. So artists like ABC.
Oh,
Level
love
42,
ABC. Yeah.
Simply Red, Scritti Politti, Curiosity Killed the Cat, Deacon Blue, all came under this sophistipop title apparently.
Sophistipop. There you go. If you
and the Star Council, Paul Weller.
Do you know what, if you take anything away, sophistipop. Oh, there's the word for today. Track 5 then, More, Carmel. Again, I thought it was a solo artist.
Yeah.
It's a band. Reached number 23 in the UK singles chart. What do you think of this one?
I will give my opinion properly, surely, as to what I think of this one. Probably similar to the last track. It wouldn't be my favourite. Probably very much of the time. So, as you said, it was a band rather than a singer, but the band were named after the singer, I believe.
I think you're right there, yes.
The lead singer's name was Carmel McCourt. They only achieved 2 UK top 40 singles and achieved great success outside the UK, I noted, particularly in France.
Bad Day, I think, was the other hit by the band. That reached number 15. But I always thought, I looked, because you look inside the sleeve here, and I think now expected the single to be bigger, because the sleeve notes from now to actually say it charted on the 7th of February 1984 at number 69. And then the last note in the sleeves, it says had reached number 25 by the 28th of February 1984. So I think they were expecting it to do a lot better, yeah.
Than it did. Yeah, and quite interesting, they did have a successful career outside the UK, released 9 albums on established labels throughout the 80s and 90s.
Right.
So that has gone on, 2 of which are produced by Brian Eno, who's the brains behind creating ambient music in the 70s and produced many, many artists over the course of the last, 3 or 4 decades, including U2 and Coldplay, as well as creating 6 seconds of music that we all know as the opening part of Windows 95. When you first
really? That when you get that in your head, that sticks in your head, doesn't it?
You can use that one in a pub quiz at some time.
I think I'll have to. Track 6 then, I think you'll have a lot more to say on this one than me. Where's your fez? Yeah, you should have brought your fez today, shouldn't you?
It was very hot walking here.
Madness, Michael Caine reached number 11. Take it away.
Madness, what can we say about Madness? Most successful singles band of the 80s. They spent 214 weeks in the singles chart between 1980 and 1986. UB40 did achieve the same success in terms of weeks in the single chart, but it was over a longer period. Therefore, Madness hold the title as the most successful singles track. This was the first song for 5 years that didn't make the UK top 10. Something they wouldn't achieve a top 10 hit again until the reissue of It Must Be Love in 1992, when the second wave of Madness came around, and of course they've been together ever since. Incidentally, Michael Caine, he'd been asked if he'd appear on the track by the band, and he initially said no, but then his daughter said, Madness are cool, and so he changed his mind. So he does appear on the track, saying the lines, "My name is Michael Caine." The phrase he utters is a play on his line in the film The Ipcress File, when he's repeatedly saying, "My name is Harry Palmer."
It's great that he got involved with the record. I didn't used to like it. I don't think I played it for a long time. And then I heard it and I thought, it's really good. It's a great track. Yeah. It's a brilliant track. And then when you read what you just said, and that Michael Caine actually recorded bits for it, wasn't just a soundbite from somewhere, you're like, oh, this is good. Yeah, it's really good. It was off an album called Keep Moving. Apparently the other single was One Better Day, but I don't think I've heard that album.
I have, but it's not been a long time. I've got all the Madness albums because I'm a bit older than you, so I love the 80s. But yeah, it's been a while. I've got too many.
You can never have too much Madness.
No. Do you know where the quote of Michael Caine's "Not a lot of people know that" comes from?
Well, I think it must be a 60s film. I'm going to say a film and probably get it wrong. Alfie?
No, it's not from him at all.
Oh.
Apparently he has a vast knowledge and used to tell people, his friends, about things that he encountered and read about in the Guinness Book of Records, and finished with the phrase, "Not a lot of people know that," or something along those lines. Right. But the actual phrase came from his friend Peter Sellers.
No, really?
Who revealed this on Michael Parkinson's chat show in 1972, I believe. That one day Michael Caine was ringing him up, and there was a message: "Peter Sellers is out." Not a lot of people know that. And he had that as his answer machine message.
Oh,
that's where
brilliant.
That phrase come from. It's not attributed to Michael at all.
Track 7, Flying Pickets, Only You, reached number 1. In an interview for The Guardian, David Brett said, "I saw Yazoo on TV being asked what they thought of our version. And Vince Clarke, the songwriter, said he loved it. Alison Moyet absolutely hated it. She said, ours got to number 2, and then this other lot came along and blew us out of the water." Rick Lloyd, a singer from Flying Picket, said, "Somebody told us that Only You was Margaret Thatcher's favourite record." The following year, the miners' strike happened, and the media cottoned on to what Flying Pickets were, groups of people who travelled from other workplaces to participate in industrial action, and they said it was funny and pretty subversive, really. So there you go, a bit of background about Flying Pickets. Yeah, it's a very clever record.
It is. I got the same bit about Margaret Thatcher's favourite tune, as you said. They were actors that also sang. Harmonious vocals, a cappella, that's the word. I was thinking acoustic, that's not right. And yeah, they're supporting the miners' strike amongst other things. So when Margaret Thatcher turns out and says it's her favourite tune with everything she was doing for the miners, or not, as the case we all know back in the 80s, that's kind of ironic.
Yeah, they went on Top of the Pops dressed as Snowman. I remember that Christmas 1983. They said it wasn't intended as a Christmas hit, but they said our version does have a festive vibe somehow. I'm not sure about a festive vibe, but it's still at Christmas. They do play it on the Christmas kind of music channels still, don't they?
They do.
Yeah.
They only had one more top 40 hit, of course, When You're Young and In Love. The band, however, featuring none of the original members, do still perform live today.
I read that, but there's absolutely no original members still, is there? It's like the name lives on, but
it's like the brush of the guy in All Fools and Horses.
Trigger.
He's still got the same brush, just a different handle and a different stick. But some of the original members went on to star in Doctor Who, Harry Potter, Neighbours, Coronation Street, and Emmerdale. So they've all had a variety of success, one way or the other. Continued.